Hey, what's up, folks? This is Russ, also known as RK Slade, coming at you with some Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay. First couple of clips are me just having a little fun. So you just want to make sure to always check your surroundings. I just kind of snuck up on this guy. He was absent-mindedly just killing that trailer for resources. Gotta be careful about that. In the second clip, this is called Wait 'em Out. And a little bit earlier, before this clip, I watched a guy go into this house. So there I got a headshot on him. And I've just been hanging out on this barn out here waiting for him to come out. I haven't heard him move much, so I know he's either upstairs or he's just moved a little bit. Now I'm just having fun now. It's early in the game. We've actually lost a bunch of people. I've spent a lot of time just hanging out here. So I'm going to try to take out the furniture upstairs. And I realize he has snuck downstairs. Head for cover.
Thank you, come again.
Pull out the old green pistol and finish him off. So sometimes you can get some good loot by just waiting on somebody instead of pushing real aggressively. But this is our full gameplay clips for tonight, and it's called Death from Above. We'll see. This is one of the places that I always like to land at. It's to the southeast of Retail Row. And if you're wondering, this is me, Russ, also known as RK Slade. I figured I'd put a little face cam in tonight as I do my commentary, just so you can see what I look like. I'm a young at heart gamer, not a young whippersnapper anymore, and so this is me. But in this game, I had actually seen somebody go to the house up there on the hill there, the ruined house there, and so I decided to kind of, that's usually the house that I like to hit, so I hit this house first, and then I will go up to that hill when I'm playing this particular landing zone. But right now, I'm just going to get a few little resources here, pick up some guns. There's no chest upstairs, so that was a kind of a bummer, but I'm hoping that the person that landed, excuse me, the person that landed up there on the higher house up there to the northeast there will come their way here. Because if it were me, if I landed there, I would do one of two things. I would either come this way, come towards the middle of the circle, the middle of the island, hitting this house, and then the barn that I just came from. It's a good line to kind of take that's in between the prison and then Retail Road, and you kind of have this little open space here that not many people travel. Or the second option is I would head back to the north and northeast and head over there to the dirt track. See if I can pick up some loot there. So I think that's what they did. I decided to go ahead and bug out and move a little bit farther into the circle. I was pretty fortunate in my early looting here because I haven't really seen anybody except for that one person. I haven't faced off with anybody, so as far as actually killing somebody else and taking better loot, that hasn't really happened for me this game. And so battling a little bit of scratchy throat. I'm still kind of wondering. So gotta grab some stone here. Then I'm gonna head back over to this little hill here. One thing I've been trying to do is play high ground a little bit better. Obviously it has its pros and cons. So, one con of taking the high ground is that people can see you silhouetted against the backdrop, especially if there's not many trees back there, the higher you are. But a pro for this is just being able to see a little bit farther. And so I'm still waiting. In this particular clip, I'm going to edit out, it was several minutes of me just sitting here. You'll see I'm in the top 49 right now. And you'll see the edit here. I'll actually cut the video and we'll go to so we've lost 15 people here. Or I've gained 15 places, if you will. Still never saw that person. So anyways, gonna head over here to the bridge. A lot of times this area is totally I don't know what's up with my voice. This area over here will be totally abandoned. Or not abandoned, but it'll be totally unused. So folks, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just because people feel exposed when they run out over the bridge there or what, but so there's always some good loot over here. It's not great usually. But there is a potential chest spawn down there to the right. If you see the little bridge down there, you can see it through the window just there. So this is one of those games that's not super action packed. I was hoping for another shield there. I always like to get full shield if I can. So I had seen somebody in the I had seen somebody building up you know, in the ruined house back over there by the bridge, the other side of the bridge where I was. And so I decided not to stay up high. Came around low like this, and so I'm in circle here. We're headed towards the top 20 now. And on this little bush here with some trees. Hopefully a little bit of visual deterrent, and then some kind of aloe plant or something behind me. So I'm kind of hoping that visually I don't look like a person hiding in a bush. We're now to the top 10 here. And so I have just kind of waited, biding my time. Not a lot of action here. No kills still. This is the first game that I played today, so I was kind of playing it really cautious. I was going for the win as opposed to going for a lot of kills, which doesn't necessarily mean anything for me. Now I've got eyes on somebody right out here to my northeast, right at my 30. They built, I'm not really sure what they built, but it's like, it must be a little dip down there, so they're a little bit lower down the hill. But it probably won't translate well into YouTube just because I have to capture my video at 720 off of PlayStation 4, not Pro. But the person that was building over there, they were in the lower little base, not the higher little base. So every now and then I could see their head move right there to the northwest of that plant. And so I was kind of hoping that they would stick their head up long enough for me to take a few shots, but without a scoped weapon, it was pretty risky to give my position away again because I'm not built up. Did you see that? They just peeked there. So we're now to top 8. Still trying to be super cautious here. Now, if you're wondering, I do play ahead of time. And instead of live streaming, which I do some, but a lot of my wins are not live streamed. But I will come back and do commentary later. So I'm not playing now, I'm just recording. And yep, there he is. Just popped up. It's coming towards me. Just trying to decide when is the right time to start taking shots. And then he builds again. So he's just inched back into the circle there. Still with 8 people remaining. This is a solo match. Every now and then I get a little brave and try to do some solos in squads, but that usually doesn't end well. I can get to the top 10, but it's hard to take on squads by yourself, especially when you get into the top 10. So now he's got a backdrop of that old base behind him. So it's kind of hard to see. I'm watching these airdrops come down, hoping that folks go that way instead of over here to me. I'm not directly in the middle of the circle, but I'm pretty far in the circle. And so I'm just basically just kind of watched. You can see I'm giving my position away a little bit. If anybody happens to be looking over here, then I decide, no, he's still, I don't know what he's doing, barricading himself in. Somebody just got sniped over there to the west. So they're up over the ridge, and I can't see them, and so I'm kind of just hoping that they don't come over and waste me. So they're fighting over there towards the airdrops. This guy's taking a few shots. And I don't have a sniper rifle or even a scoped AR, so here again, you know, I'm just playing that sneaky strategy. Call it the bush Wookiee strategy. Bush camping, if you will. But I don't consider it camping as much as I have chosen to have an au natural base. So here, they were coming right at me. Kind of go for a little bit of an assault here. Try to get some cheap shots there on the low. He builds a floor, so I go back to my organic base here. It's totally vegan. I'm not, but my base is. And more power to you if you are. But I've got the tree kind of as a visual deterrent here. I'm saving my resources. I only have 150 bricks, 30 steel, a little over 40 wood. A little over 40 wood, so, you know. I feel like if I start building right now, that'll just kind of give me away. Now, he obviously knows that I'm over here somewhere. But for whatever reason, he decided not to play aggressive. He's playing very defensively as well. Just inside of a brick base. Still sniping. Part of me is wanting to build a little wood ramp up there and just, you know, try to get up above him and take a few shots. But I'm thinking in my mind, right here, I'm thinking if they are in the top 4 or 5, they've killed a few people, they've got some loot, he's probably healed up, he's probably reshielded, and I don't have any of that stuff. I just have a few bandages, so again, I'm sitting right in the middle of the circle here. Nobody's really come right here, or else I think they would have, you know, pretty much taken me out. But that's just fortunate the way it ended up. You know, the person that I saw very early in the game, and then the person right here to my right, to my north, they're really the only people that I've seen all game. Alright, so now we're going to go use those resources. Alright, so now there's somebody over there. This is where it gets a little dicey here. Somebody's got a rocket launcher right over there. Let's watch that again in a slow-mo replay. Unfortunately for them, they were too close to the edge of the house. Oh, hey! And see the smiling pumpkin, but it clipped the edge of the house and blew up that person. So they checked out early, which meant that it's now 1v1. Arcade Slade in the top 2. And the only person left is the person that was in the other base beside me. So I don't find myself often in these situations. You know, maybe every 5 or 6 games I end up in the top 2 or 3. Which, I mean, it's decent. I know and embrace the fact that I am a mediocre player at best. But maybe there's some folks out there that have never gotten a win. You can learn something from my sneaky strategy. Now you may be wondering what I'm doing here. I just want to make sure that guy is not in there. So I see the door at the back. I'm going to leave him alone. Um, so now I'm thinking he's got to be moving somewhere. And logically, I'm thinking over there by the house. But I hear him, so I know he's not at the house. And I never. It's crazy, as I never heard him. And I got that victory, number 1. So a little explanation there. I had no clue where he was, and then I didn't hear him building up. So I think my building, like, it covered up the sound of him building, and I heard his footsteps. So he ran up there. I saw him. I got a few hits on him. He obviously got a few hits on me. And so when he fell, man, it was pretty crazy. But anyways, there you go. Death from above. Not today, sucker. This is Russ, also known as RK Slade, playing that Fortnite Battle Royale. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.